Hey media team, I want to show you how to be able to put in a graphic and add a prompt in Propresenter. So when you put in a graphic and a prompt or a lower third, what will happen is on one screen in the church on the projector, it will show full screen, but then online it will show as a lower third like this. So in church it will show like this, online it will show like this, like a little graphic. Understand? So that's what we want to work on. We want to work on getting it where it's like that. So let's do that. So in Canva, I built out the graphic. So that's for the projector. And for online, that's how it should look. So I want to download 1 and 2. So let's do that. Download 1 to 2. And here it is. File type, it needs to be PNG. And it needs to also be transparent background. Very important. PNG, transparent background, 1 and 2. Download. All right, while it downloads, we wait. And as it continues to download, we are then going to go to boom, let's go to Finder. Boom, there it is, downloaded. And so we just open the zip file that was downloaded, open that, boom, and here we go. We have it there, and we have our lower third. Notice that there is no background, it's clear. So that's because it's transparent background. I click transparent background. It made the background transparent. In here, I want to add, normally what I do is I can duplicate the playlist. I can add today's date. Say for instance, today's date is, let's say, 10 17 25. All right. Then I say new presentation. I make sure I selected the playlist I created. I want to call this sermon appeal slide. And then for library, you can choose the library that's appropriate for you to remember. That's where it is. So this, I'm using the trial version of Propresenter, but in yours you should have multiple different libraries. So you put it in the appropriate library so you'll remember where to find it. All right. So new, boom, you see this empty slide comes up. So now I want to drag this one for the screen in here. And once I drag it, I just say new version. Boom, it applies over here. And then for props, I go over here. So you have the music, you have the stage, you have the timers, you have the message that you can add on the screen, you have the props, you have macros that you can create. So when you create these macros, then it's like grouping. So you can create props in here as well and just create multiple macros to tell whatever you drag this macro on, it will do. So it's like different codings that are applied in here. So for the prop though, you just say add prop, comes up here, and I just say sermon appeal. Okay, very simple. And then boom, I come down, and for this one now, these are the props I want to create on this slide. Boom, new version, boom, it's on this. So now for the prop, I can go here and I say add action. I can say props. I can say boom, here is default collection, trigger. Yep, I want it to trigger. I could do that, or I could just drag the prop on here. Boom. So it's on it now. But very important, I want to add a clear action as well. So I add action and I want to clear prop, because when I click this, I don't want it to show on the projector screen. So I want it to be cleared inside the house, but I don't want it to be cleared online. So I have to add the prop and I have to also clear the prop on this screen here. So now when I click it, boom, notice that it does not show over here. These are my screens. Let's see, these are my screens. Let's see if we could get it bigger. So these are my screens. Over here, I could show my screens. I only have one because it's free, but yours should say eCam here as well, or live stream or whatever. And then you could be able to click the different screen to see what it looks like online or what it looks like on your different screens. And then notice that it triggers here. It's triggered. So once it's blue, that means it's triggered. So once I click that, it's going to show in-house and it's going to show online differently. But this is very important. Last step is to add an action, which is the audience look, and then you click eCam live or live stream. So when you click eCam live, what will happen is it will then, in the looks, I created different things. Say for instance, for you, um, for you Ecamm Live, say for instance I had an Ecamm Live here, I made sure that on the screen in Ecamm Live section, the props, the props on this is off. So that's screen one, which would be the projector, right? So this would be the projector on screen one. Um, this would be projector, and over this side would be Ecamm Live. And I want to tell it what it needs to show. On Ecamm Live, slide is on, media is off, stuff like that. So I'm telling it different codings to say when I click this, when I add this look, I don't want it to show online. I don't want media to show online. I don't want the slide to show online. I don't want messages to show online. And on inside the house, I don't want props to show online when I click this look. So those are the different programming you're working on. So when you click this look, it's telling the trigger what to show when you do it. So that's what we're working with. So now I would add the action, audience look, and let's say Ecamm Live, boom. So whenever I click it, no prop is gonna go in the building, in the worship on the projector, but the prop is going to show online because I made sure that props are checked for the Ecamm Live, but props are unchecked for the projector in-house. You got it? So very important. All right, so that's what we got, man. And once you get that, you're good. And then we'll have it when we're doing the appeal. You click this slide because I want people to fill out this, scan this QR code and fill out the form so that we can see how many people are getting baptized, wanting to be baptized, want to join the church and so forth. Very important. And this is the concept. So you'll use it for different things as well. If you have the pastor's name, if I send you a graphic, hey, I have the sermon title, I want you to also add a prop. So it shows online different, and the scripture is also in-house. This is how you would do it. All right. Peace.